Hello and welcome to Happy Cat Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me today for this crow play. So the guide for today, with all arm balances though in general, I think should be fun. And it should just be exploring these poses with ease, not holding, not gripping, not having expectations, and just kind of rolling with it. For this practice, you will need a pillow and a block or a book. So maybe a thick book. Maybe you still have a dictionary lying around. So go ahead and grab your things and meet me on the mat in just a moment. Welcome back. Let's get into a yogi squat, and you can use a block for this as well. I'll show you. It's a really nice variation. So bring your feet wider than your hips and sink your hips low here. This is where you could use the block just to kind of prop yourself up here. Feels really nice. I can really recommend that. And we're already starting to bring ease to this practice by just kind of shifting. If your heels don't touch the floor, don't worry about it. It's all good. Push your elbows into your knees and open up those knees even wider. Hands to prayer. And sink your hips, your pelvis heavy, even lower. Chest is open. Face is relaxed. Nice. And then just bend your legs and release. And we're going to start with our crow play. So have a pillow at the front of your mat. Just makes you feel a little bit safer. You won't have much distance from the floor anyway. If you fall, nothing terrible will happen. But it's nice to have it there. Bring your feet together and come again into the squat. Knees really nice and wide. And then you have your hands in front of you, really firmly pushing into the mat. And then the knees are on the outside of the upper arms. And then squeeze them in and shift the weight forward. Shift it forward. And we're just going to start like that, just rocking forward and back. And if your knees come up, or feet come apart, like mine did a little bit, that's totally fine. Just shifting forward. And if you get a little bit of hang time, yay! And we can do, once you get forward here, you can stay here and just lift one leg, set it down. Lift the other foot, set it down, and come back. And just like that, you're doing crow, you're practicing crow. And you can keep doing that till you get a little bit of air time. Did I say that right? Hang time, or you catch some air, that's right. I'm originally from Germany, so I'm known for sometimes butchering the English language. So I hope you forgive me. Awesome. Let's do one more exercise here using the block. So we're going to start setting the block down, or the book, whatever you have, and just step on the block. Again, feet together, knees wide. Maybe adjust your pillow. Mine is a little bit far away here. And we're going to set up just the same way. So push your hands into the floor, squeeze your knees in, and just rock forward. And so it's really key that you shift the weight forward. So don't be afraid of that. If you don't, you cannot come into crow pose. That's kind of the scary part, right? But that's what your pillow is there for. Now you're, of course, higher up, but then you don't have to lift your toes a whole lot. So again, you can rock forward, see what it feels like to just catch some air with one foot and then the other. And if you remain in crow a little bit, awesome. Engage your core here. So those are really the two things, like the squat, the hip opening, core strength, and of course arm and shoulder strength. Okay, awesome. And I'll show you one more variation. You can still use the pillow. If you've been practicing crow for a while, there is a different variation. Let's see if I've got it in me today. It's just a little bit different, a little bit harder maybe. I'll start the same way. And now, instead of squeezing my knees into my arms and my arms into my knees, I come up high with my hips and my knees come on the top of my upper arms, kind of armpit, right below the armpit. And then I shift the weight forward and lift those legs up. And you can work on straightening those arms. And that is it. So I hope you had fun with this crow play. Feel free to share your practice using the hashtag #HappyCatYogaCalendar. I look forward to seeing you there on the mat and also in my live online yoga classes. Just go to happycatyogi.com and check it out. There's a whole bunch going on there. Have a good rest of your day. Namaste.